Hey everyone, Caser, and welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Well, I'm back at it with a brand new chapter. It's the usual, probably around 3 weeks that we have to wait in between chapters. I don't like it personally, I don't think a lot of people do, but it is what it is. Gonna move on to the next chapter though, and I'm gonna just show it to you really quickly. So for chapter 53, Jacob and his old school friends have reconciled, but then Merula approaches you with an offer of cooperation for the most unexpected of places. That's right, we did reconcile, and Merula popped up at the end of the chapter. So where are we going? No, we got the recommended thing because I'm too low. I'm just going to compare it to an engine light. When you see it, when you're driving, if you ignore it or put something over top of it, it'll go away. But I don't think that's going to happen. There you are, Casey. You wanted to speak with me, Merula? Yes, I have something important to tell you. But first, how is Lee doing? Madame Pomfrey said that with time, Barnaby should make a full recovery. Good. You should have known what he was getting into when he volunteered to come with us. But I doubt he expected to become an unwilling test subject and a flawed mind-control experiment. Do you think Lee will blame you for what happened to him? Yes? No. I don't think he will, because again, he volunteered. No, I don't think he will. No, I don't. Like you said, Barnaby knew the situation was going to be dangerous when he volunteered to come with us. If there's anyone to blame for what happened, it's my dad. He's the one at fault here. You can say that again. I knew your father had a dark side, but I'd never seen him go this far before. Even Aunt Verucca was afraid of him. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. There's someone who wants to meet you. Really? Who is it? Who is it? And it's a really short quest too, I'm so happy. You know what that means. 4 more quests that are 8 hours. Aunt Verucca wants to meet with me? Yes, don't make me repeat myself. Aunt Verucca sent me to tell you something to request a private meeting. Is this a trap? I'm ready for a fight. Why should I believe you? Why should I believe you? Because I made an unbreakable vow. If I don't do exactly as Aunt Verucca says, I'll die. That's why. What if Verucca told you to lie? Then I guess I lie? But then why would she have had me lie about this? Stop trying to confuse me, Casey. After everything we witnessed in the mind control test, what could Verucca possibly want to talk to me about? If I knew, I still wouldn't be able to tell you. I'd just be relying on the message. I was only told to bring you to the meeting. That's all I can say. Anything else would jeopardize my unbreakable vow. And I'd rather not die, thank you very much. Alright, I'll go with you. I just need to find out what this is all about. Good, we'll find out Verucca in Nocturne Alley. I'll see you soon. So is that supposed to be an unexpected place? Because Nocturne Alley is not a very unexpected place. In fact, it's probably the most plausible place that I can think of. Plausible place, I kind of like those words together. Plausible place. Also, I spit all over my iPad when I said those words. I'm like that Sylvester cat. Suffin Thakachash. Well, there she is. Very good, Merula. You have done as I asked. Almost as if your life depended on it. Now, go to Tallow and Hemp and fetch me some poisonous candles. But now, Merula. Yes, Aunt Verucca. I'm here, Verucca. What did you want to talk to me about? It is your father. He is out of control. I had no idea he was going to use your friend as a test subject. You're concerned about Barnaby? Of course not. I do not care about your friend. But a stunt like that will make us the Ministry's #1 target. They're hot on our heels as it is. This is just like when Rakepick went rogue. Rakepick? What do you mean? When she took matters into her own hands, Rakepick nearly exposed a whole organization. But she was just an agent. Peregrine is our leader. And now, thanks to your father, even Dumbledore is giving us his full attention. Our plans are in jeopardy. Why should I care if your plans fail? Because your father's unhinged and dangerous. That is a problem for both of us. We have something in common, understand. Not falling for it, I guess we do. I mean, we do. Acknowledging that is fine, right? Isn't it? I suppose you're right. We do have something in common. You are not as dense as I thought, Casey. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is that pushed him over the edge. Any ideas? I might have one idea. What is it? Oh, I guess we have to talk first. Ah, there's your laid out quest I was thinking we were gonna get. I don't want that, by the way. I held the amulet once? Verucca's lost amulets. I should have known. Cursed by Verucca's dying rage, such an artifact would carry a potent magic. And now my dad has fallen under its influence. Yes, and it will destroy him, along with our aims. If you want any hope of saving your father from the amulets, the two of us will need to work together. Lucky for you, I know exactly what to do. And what is that? We'll steal it, of course. You and Jacob may be able to take the amulet from Peregrine, but only with my help. I still don't trust you, the enemy of the enemy. We could talk to Dumbledore. He knows. We could tell him this entire thing. He could say, is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? I still don't trust you, Verucca. I do not expect you to trust me, but when it comes to your father, what we want is the same. I do not expect you to agree to anything right now. I will give you time to think it over. But not too much time. Dumbledore and the Aurors are closing in. Soon, it will be too late for all of us. Oh yeah, that's right, I guess we can't probably talk to Dumbledore because of everything with this. Never mind. I'll speak to my brother. If he agrees with your idea, we'll be in touch. Use Merula as a go-in-between. She's not good for much else. No, she isn't. She's worth more than that. Well, she is. But in this case, she's not. No, she isn't. Merula is just like her mother. What a disappointment. Now, where is that girl? How long does it take to buy a poisonous candle? I need to get to the lakeshore and tell Jacob about this. I feel so bad for Merula because she obviously doesn't have a choice in any of this. And now she's going out buying candles. Yeah, so we have to obviously talk to Jacob and see what he says about the offer. Vermilius. Where is he? Hello there, Pip. I came as soon as I saw your signal. Jacob, you didn't apparate. No need. Duncan and Olivia invited me to stay at Hogwarts for a few days. How convenient. Really? That's great. I'm glad you three are getting to spend more time together. Professor Dumbledore said he'd allow it as long as I stayed out of trouble, so you won't be at Hogwarts very long. You're probably right. I'd likely be kicked out again before you know it. Thanks again for helping me reunite with my old school chums. It helped me regain my perspective. Now, what did you want to talk to me about? I just got a strange offer of cooperation. From Verucca of Buckthorn.
Whoa.
What? How? I just came from a meeting with her in Nocturne Alley. You met with Verucca on your own? KC, that was dangerous. After what happened to Barnaby. What were you thinking? Why would you take such a risk to save Dad, to stop R, to protect Merula? To protect Merula. Even though that's probably not the best answer, I'm going with this one. I went to protect Merula. It's complicated, but Merula has to do whatever Verucca says. If she disobeys, she could die. When Merula invited me to the meeting, I knew it would put her in an impossible position if I refused. That sounds like an unbreakable vow. Don't tell her I said that. It is a secret only the Circle of Kana knows. Believe it or not, Verucca wants to work with us to steal Deirusaki's amulet from Dad. She's only as concerned about him as we are, but for very different reasons. I don't know about this. There could be an ulterior motive here. I won't go through with this unless you're on board. Let's talk through the pros and cons before you decide. I like how he was like, oh, it's a complicated matter. We don't have time to talk about it. And then he's just like, I'm pretty sure it's an unbreakable vow. That was it. You summed it up in like half a second. Anyway, let's carry on. I do agree that we should separate Dad from the amulet, but I don't trust Verucca at all. Dad won't give up the amulet willingly. He's kept it close to him for years. Stealing it from him may be the only way to get our old dad back. It is a delicate situation, and Verucca's offer makes things even more complicated. I won't do this without you, Jacob. If you're not on board, neither am I. Well, how do you think we should approach this decision? With logic, with emotion, with all the help we can get? Well, logically, this is still a bad idea. It seems like we don't have a choice. We're going to have to try to steal the amulet. Things are going to get worse. Maybe we steal it, and then we give it to Verucca. She becomes all wonky. I think we should keep our heads cool and be as logical as possible. No matter how we might feel about Verucca, she still presents us with a unique advantage. One way or another, we should find out a way to use it. I suppose you're right. Well done using your head. Putting our faith in Verucca could be a bad idea, but we shouldn't let this chance slip by. Perhaps we don't need to fully trust her in order to work with her. That's just what I was thinking. I have an idea. It's risky, but no riskier than trusting Verucca. But first, we need to pay a visit to Mad-Eye Moody. Alright, I'm intrigued. Where are we going with this? I barely hear from you for ages. Now suddenly want the two of you to meet with me. Hello, Mad-Eye. Hello yourself, KZ. Good to see you in one piece, considering what happened. Alba's informed me of everything that occurred with your father and the experiments. You are lucky to be alive. And you, Jacob. How could you possibly be such a fool? How could you agree to perform such a monstrous test? Well... forget it. At least you two came to your senses in the end. I just hope the two of you have learned your lesson. Acting on your own could have gotten you both killed. After all our investigation together, you went and left me in the dark. Don't you trust me, KC? Yes? No? It's complicated. I've never trusted anybody when people say, do you trust me? Especially in a video game. So no. I'm gonna say no. I'm sure this is a horrible decision, but whatever. Honestly, Mad-Eye, I'm not sure that I can. It breaks my heart to hear you say that. Oh no. Just help me understand how you learned of such a grave threat to the military and didn't tell us orders. I have my reasons, Mad Eye. Elson asked me the same question. I told him that it is my family at the center of all of this, and it is my responsibility to stop them. The fact that you and your family is involved is no excuse to allow threats to diminish you to fester, Casey. We understand how you feel, Mad Eye. Perhaps we can make it right by telling you why we want to meet. If you will let us get a word on that is. Alright then, spit it out. I do not have all day. We would like to tell you about an offer of cooperation we received. From Verucca Buckthorn. Verucca Buckthorn, the director of R. You couldn't possibly consider trusting that dark witch. I certainly don't, but it is a unique opportunity, and I have an idea. It's risky, but I hope you'll hear us out. Very well then, I'm listening. What is it? I'm very curious. So you're saying that you want to use Verucca's offer to lure Dad and other agents of ours into the open? Yes, and then you and Verucca can work together to steal Dad's amulet, turning him back to normal. Shortly after, Mad Eye and a squad of Aurors and hit wizards will swoop in and take down Verucca and R. The Ministry has already been building up to a big operation. This could be the opening that we need. But will be incredibly dangerous. Perhaps Jacob should take the lead this time. But Verucca reached out to me, not Jacob. Haven't you been put in enough danger already, Casey? I've made this mistake too many times. I even took you to Azkaban, and you nearly suffered a fate worse than death from the Dementors. This is my mission to take on Mad Eye. If anyone but me contacts Verucca, she'll suspect something. I have to admit, but Casey's right. It has to be him. Merlin's beard, you two are stubborn. We learn from the best, Mad Eye. Fine. Casey will take the lead. But don't take any unnecessary risks. If anything goes wrong, I'll send in the Aurors early. Without the amulet, Dan will pose a threat to anyone. You probably won't even need to arrest him. I'm afraid it's not that simple, Jacob. Then, what will you do with him? It is best not to ask those type of questions. You may not like the answers. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. Probably a trial. I agree with Mad Eye. Right now, our priority is to stop R and its mind control plans. We can't let our feelings cloud our judgment. Not anymore. But as soon as R is stopped, we'll be watching you, Mad Eye. I still don't fully trust you. We will take the curse under consideration once your father is in custody and no longer a threat to the wizarding world. What a grim prospect. Is this the fate of the KC family? Blair. I'll get to work setting things up on my end. Just give me the time and place. We'll be ready. I'll go meet with Merula and tell her that we're accepting Verucca's offer. Very well, but be careful. R is more dangerous now than ever before. You're talking to a guy who's been through it all. I think I can handle this. My last dying words. Can't be waiting long enough, Casey. Jacob and I talked it over. We'll work with Verucca.
Oh.
You will? You seem surprised. Of course I am. What are you thinking? Why would you agree to Verucca's offer, knowing who she is? Reveal nothing. Reveal everything. I'm revealing nothing. Absolutely squat. They'll probably figure it out, but whatever. Let's just say we have a plan in place, and that's all I can say. Fair enough. You better not tell me any more than that. Because of my unbreakable vow, I can't disobey Van Verucca. I can't keep secrets from her. If she asks me the right question, I have to answer, or I'll die. This is going to be extremely dangerous. If you think your dad is unpredictable, he's nothing compared to my aunt. Do you have any advice on how to deal with her? I might. Listen closely, Casey. I don't like to repeat myself. Did she smile there for a second? I could have sworn she smiled when she said that. It sounds like Verucca hates everything from eye contact to conversation. Glad to know you were listening, Casey. If anything goes wrong, I won't be able to help you. My unbreakable vow means I can't go against my aunt. I understand. Alright, I'll go to Verucca that you accepted her offer. I just hope you know what you're doing. You do know what you're doing, right? It's under control, making this up as I go. It's under control. Don't worry, Merula. It's all under control. It had better be. If Verucca suspects something is up, someone's going to get hurt. And it better not be me. Because if you and Jacob fail, it won't just be us who feel the consequences. The whole world could change. Oh, that's great. No pressure, right? So there we go, everybody. That's going to wrap up the chapter. It looks like we're in the calm before the storm. Before things really go down. And we'll see how things do go down. But yeah, that's it for this. Let me know down below, though, what did you think of this chapter 53? What do you think about everything going down at the moment? You know, obviously, I think the common sense answer would be Verucca gets the amulet and she ends up going over top of Peregrine. It becomes even more powerful than him. It makes things even worse, which I think might be a pretty obvious answer, but we'll find out probably in a couple of weeks, unfortunately. But hopefully sooner than that, in Harry Potter, Hogwarts Mystery. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.